Today we're going to take a look at the slowest and fastest players in FIFA history, starting with FIFA 10 and going all the way to FC 24. So let's get right into it. The third slowest player from FIFA 10 is Thomas Helveg, and the third fastest player from FIFA 10 is Lionel Messi. Next up we have Ian Barraclough. With only 26 pace, he's the second slowest player from FIFA 10. And the crazy thing is that pace isn't even his worst stat. Moving on to Tottenham's Aaron Lennon, who's got 94 pace on his card. So let's get to the slowest player from FIFA 10. It's Frederick Schaub with only 25 pace. And the fastest player from FIFA 10 is Arsenal's Theo Walcott. Next up, FIFA 11. We start off with Colm Tresson, who's got 37 pace. Moving on to Aaron Lennon, who makes his second appearance in this video. The same applies to Thomas Helveg. With only 34 pace, he's the second slowest player from FIFA 11. The second fastest player from FIFA 11 is Theo Walcott. Even though he received a pace downgrade by -1, he still made it into the top 3. The slowest player from FIFA 11 is Victor Svensson, definitely one of the worst FIFA cards I've ever seen. And the fastest player from FIFA 11 is Cristiano Ronaldo. It's actually so sad that he's only got 77 pace on his FC 24 card. Next up, FIFA 12. First up, we have Bas van den Brink, who's the third slowest player from FIFA 12. The third fastest player is the FIFA legend Jonathan Biabiany, and it's not the last time that we'll see him in this video. Next up, we have Malte Metzelder, the brother of former Real Madrid player Christoph Metzelder. Moving on to Marvel Wynn. With 96 pace, he's not only the second fastest player from FIFA 12, he's also the fastest center back in FIFA history. Let's get to the slowest player from FIFA 12. It's Bo Svensson, who played for Mainz back then, the same club where he was manager from January 2021 to November 2023. Moving on to the fastest player from FIFA 12, and it's once again Theo Walcott. Next up, FIFA 13. First up, we have Bournemouth's Steve Fletcher, who's the third slowest player from FIFA 13. The third fastest player is Jonathan Biabiany for the second time in a row. Moving on to Oliver Barth, who's got only 22 pace on his FIFA 13 card. Next up, we have Theo Walcott, who's ranked second. The slowest player from FIFA 13 is Bo Svensson, and despite already being the slowest player in FIFA 12, he even got another pace downgrade by -3. Moving on to the fastest player from FIFA 13, it's Guillermo Rojas, who can really only run. He even has only 2-star skills and 1-star weak foot. Next up, FIFA 14. We start off with Malte Metzelder. With only 25 pace, he's the third slowest player from FIFA 14. The third fastest player is once again Jonathan Biabiany. Just like in FIFA 12 and FIFA 13, he's got 96 pace. And just like in FIFA 13, Oliver Barth is the second slowest player. The second fastest player is Theo Walcott, who's always made it into the top 3 so far. Moving on to the slowest player from FIFA 14, it's Michael Svensson, who's only got 22 pace. And the fastest player from FIFA 14 is Mathis Bali. He is the first player ever to get 97 pace on his base FIFA card. Next up, FIFA 15. First up, we have Cuauhtemoc Blanco, who's the third slowest player from FIFA 15. The third fastest player from FIFA 15 is Jonathan Biabiany for the 4th time in a row. Moving on to Richard Dunn, who also received a St. Patrick's Day card in FIFA 15. And this really has to be one of the worst special cards of all time. Next up, we have Theo Walcott, who's the second fastest player from FIFA 15. The slowest player from FIFA 15 is Oliver Barth. For the 3rd time in a row, he received 22 pace on his card. What a consistent player.
My whole life is consistent. Everything I do.
And the fastest player from FIFA 15 is Mathis Bali. This is the first time that a bronze card made it into the top 3. Next up, FIFA 16. We start off with Anthony Weber, who's only got 28 pace. The third fastest player from FIFA 16 is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who makes his first appearance in this video. Moving on to Oswaldo Vizcarrondo. That's the first gold card that made it into the top 3 of the slowest players. Next up, we have Mathis Bali. With 96 pace, he's ranked second. The slowest player from FIFA 16 is Jeremy Brechet, and the fastest player from FIFA 16 is Theo Walcott. It's already the 7th time in a row that he made it into the top 3. Next up, FIFA 17. First up, we have Guy Ngasso. The third fastest player is Hector Bellerin. He was such a great player when he was at Arsenal. Next up, we have Hughes Aaron. With only 23 pace, he's the second slowest player from FIFA 17. Moving on to Mathis Boli, who once again made it into the top 3. Let's get to the slowest player from FIFA 17. It's Jeremy Brechet for the 2nd time in a row. And the fastest player from FIFA 17 is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I really love to see that he's playing a great season for Marseille so far. His Team of the Season card will also be very good. Next up, FIFA 18. We start off with Tommy K's model, who wasn't even a professional footballer. He only received a FIFA card because his club, Erzgebirge Aue, needed 4 local players between the age of 15 and 21 in their squad. And as they were missing one player, they just gave their equipment manager, Tommy Casamodel, a pro contract. Moving on to Hector Bellerin, who's the 3rd fastest player from FIFA 18. Next up, we have Aaron Hughes. Just like in FIFA 17, he's only got 23 pace on his card. The 2nd fastest player from FIFA 18 is Jonathan Biabiany. Sadly, this is the last time that we'll see him in this video. Let's get to the slowest player from FIFA 18. It's Jamie McComb, who's got a really bad card with only 21 pace and 22 shooting. And the fastest player from FIFA 18 is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Before we move on, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more FIFA content. Next up, FIFA 19. The 3rd slowest player from FIFA 19 is Frode Kippy. The 3rd fastest player from FIFA 19 is Gareth Bale. What do you think? Should he get a hero card or an icon card? In my opinion, he definitely deserves to get an icon card. Moving on to Jamie McComb. With only 25 pace, he's the 2nd slowest player. Next up, we have Adama Traoré, who's ranked 2nd. The slowest player from FIFA 19 is Aaron Hughes, who made it into the top 3 of the slowest players for the 3rd time in a row. And the fastest player from FIFA 19 is PSG's Kylian Mbappe. Next up, FIFA 20. First up, we have Steven Anderson. He's only got 25 pace. His shooting with a rating of only 20 is even worse. Moving on to Leroy Sané, who's the 3rd fastest player from FIFA 20. Next up, we have Frode Kippy. Just like in FIFA 19, he's only got 25 pace. Let's get to Adama Traoré, who's the 2nd fastest player for the 2nd time in a row. Moving on to Jamie McComb, who made it into the top 3 of the slowest players for the 3rd time in a row. And the fastest player from FIFA 20 is once again Kylian Mbappe. Next up, FIFA 21. We start off with Alan Bennett, who's the 3rd slowest player from FIFA 21. The 3rd fastest player from FIFA 21 is Adama Traoré. He really had amazing special cards that year, from his 84 rated freeze card to his foot birthday card, and to both of his footies cards. Moving on to Larry Vasquez, who's only got 28 pace. The 2nd fastest player is Alphonso Davies, who makes his first appearance in this video. Next up, we have Kazuyoshi Miura. At the age of 57, he's still playing professional football for Oliveirense in the Portuguese 2nd division. He, by the way, also received a 93 rated footies card in FIFA 21. Let's get to the fastest player from FIFA 21. It's Kylian Mbappe, for the 3rd time in a row. Next up, FIFA 22. First up, we have Luis Madrigal. With only 28 pace, he's the 3rd slowest player from FIFA 22. The 3rd fastest player from FIFA 22 is Adama Traoré. His short stint at Barcelona is still feeling really surreal. He didn't even manage to score a single goal for Barca. Next up, we have Ronnie Montero, and this won't be the last time that we'll see him in this video. Moving on to Alphonso Davies. Just like in FIFA 21, he's the 2nd fastest player. The slowest player from FIFA 22 is Larry Vasquez, and the fastest player from FIFA 22 is Kylian Mbappe. He's ranked 1st for the 4th time in a row now. Next up, FIFA 23. We start off with Abdullah Atif, who's got a really bad card. But back in FIFA 18, he received a 86 rated Team of the Season card. Moving on to Vinicius Jr. With 95 pace, he's the 3rd fastest player from FIFA 23. The 2nd slowest player from FIFA 23 is Peter Clark. The 2nd fastest player from FIFA 23 is Adama Traoré. That's the 5th time in a row that he received a card with 96 pace. Let's get to Ronnie Montero. Just like in FIFA 22, he's only got 28 pace. And the fastest player from FIFA 23 is once again Kylian Mbappe. Next up, eafc 24. We start off with Eric Fernando Boteguin. His pace has actually been always pretty awful. For example, in FIFA 17, he received an 88 rated Team of the Season card with only 43 pace. Now, that's absolutely unthinkable today. In FC 24, there won't be many Team of the Season cards with less than 85 pace. Moving on to Vinicius Jr. With 95 pace, he's the 3rd fastest player in FC 24. Next up, we have Abdullah Atif, who makes his 2nd appearance in this video. The 2nd fastest player in FC 24 is Karim Adeyemi. He's got 96 pace on his card. Let's get to the slowest player in FC 24. It's Ronnie Montero, who's only got 27 pace. Even though he has already been the slowest player in FIFA 23, he received another pace downgrade by -1. And at number 1, the only player with 97 pace on his base card is PSG's Kylian Mbappe. That's also the 6th time in a row that he's the fastest player, and the 3rd time in a row that he received 97 pace. Let me know in the comments who you think should be the fastest player in FC 25.